Okay, so here we are with the tests. Now, I did a water change a while back, but I think I did a little bit of a water change a week and a half ago. So we're going to start with the ammonia here. I don't know how well you can see that. Oops. But from what I can tell, it's between 0 and 0.25 ppm parts per million. I'm going to call it 0.25 because there are fish living in there. It's producing ammonia. Uh, it should be at 0, but I think, it's because there's still ammonia being produced, it's still being consumed. Here is my nitrites. Now this test is a little bit old. Focus, camera. There we go. 0. Now this is the one everybody disputes. You've got to change water, you got to change water, you got to change water. Look at my nitrates. 0. Plants, algae, it's consuming all the stuff that everybody changes water for. Now, if you look back, I think I originally set up this tank 1 month ago. Maybe a month and a half? I will have to go check the date. Let's say a month and a half. And it's already set up to go from ammonia. I've got the right bacteria to go from ammonia to the nitrite. And then the bacteria that go from the nitrite to the nitrates. And we've got the plants in there that consume the nitrates, and I do believe they do consume a little bit of the nitrites and stuff like that too. But it's being used up, and this is a dirted tank. You want to see some numbers? That's what I wanted to see, and I think I got the perfect one here, the perfect numbers. And I even checked my pH. Now my pH runs a little high. Camera's not showing this very well. This is a high range, and from what I can see, reality, it's right around 7.4 plus or minus. I didn't run the low, but it's right here. All my tanks run between 7.4 to 7.6, so it's still the same. That one's a hard one to tell. My eyes just aren't very good on the color. I don't On the camera here, it looks about like 7.8, but in reality, and when I look at it at live, it does not look like it. It looks closer to the 7.4. So it might be the lighting of the camera. Okay, so I have to add this someplace in the video because I forgot to mention, and I don't know how many people know this, that my phosphates have always been a trouble in my tank. I've got phosphates in my water and everything. I don't know how much I've actually said too much about that, but that's why I have the blackbeard algae problem, is because I have phosphates. Now, if I go on the high side, I'm sitting at 0.5. Is that? Yeah, that's in parts per million. 0.5 parts per million. Right out of my tap, it's 2.0 when I test my tap water. That algae and everything is sucking the phosphates out of it, and I think it's going to help control the blackbeard algae. And so we're going to find out if that tank actually develops it, because I did put a plant in there that has blackbeard algae on it. So we're going to find out what happens to that as soon as I can see that plant a little better, but I'm kind of excited about that. On with the rest of the video. So there's some numbers on a dirted tank. Yes, it's green. I don't have a problem with that. That's supposed to be a grow out tank. I've got fish living in there, and they are surviving great. Some people think, oh, that looks ugly, but you know what? If I'm bringing a fish home and I want to give it a good chance to make sure it's healthy, I think that green water is healthy for the fish, and I think it gives them a chance to get used to my water conditions and make sure that they're not sick or have something that might harm them, that could harm my other fish. I think it's a good tank for them to go into. I don't have anything to say that that's absolutely true. I just from my experience that has been true, that my fish have always lived really well in green water with all that algae. And so I don't mind it for a hospital slash, grow out tank to make sure that they're going to be okay when I bring them home from fish store. But I'm very, 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 very happy with these numbers. So thought you might appreciate seeing them too. Thanks, everybody.